Welcome to episode 40 of FTCE Seminar, a teacher certification podcast. I'm your host, Mercedes Musto. Today, we will be talking about some mathematical concepts to help you prepare for the FTCE General Knowledge Mathematics subtest. Math. I know, that's right. And today we're going to review the law of exponents. Yeah, you know, those tiny little numbers in the upper right corner of the regular size numbers? Yeah, those things. I can tell by the look on your face that you remember, kinda, sort of. So let's get started. Concept number 1, law of exponents. To begin, what are exponents anyway? Definition. Exponents refer to repeated multiplication. Visualize this. The first and regular size number, it's called the base. This is the number that gets multiplied repeatedly. The second, smaller size number is called the exponent. The exponent tells us how many times the base is multiplied by itself. Oh, okay. Let's just jump right into an example. Example. For the expression 2 to the third power, or 2 to the third for short, 2 is the base and 3 is the exponent. This means 2 is multiplied by itself 3 times, like this, 2 times 2 times 2, resulting in the answer of 8. I know. See, now you remember. Great. Let's kick it up a notch and move into the law of exponents. This law provides rules for simplifying expressions involving exponents and helps in performing operations. For more on simplifying expressions and performing operations, listen to episode 34. But just for today, we will be discussing 4 of the rules regarding exponents. Rule number 1, the product rule. This rule states that when you multiply 2 numbers with the same base, you can add their exponents. How cool is that? Example, for the expression 2 to the third power times 2 to the fourth power, we've got the common base of 2. Therefore, based on the product rule, we can just add the exponents. Now listen carefully. 2 to the third power times 2 to the fourth power translates to 2 to the seventh power. How did we get that? We just added the exponents 3 plus 4 to get 7. Great! Pop quiz. Anyone want to solve 2 to the 7th power? That's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Think about it, but not too long. That's right. 2 to the 7th power equals 128. Who's awesome? You are. Rule number 2, the quotient rule. This rule states that when you divide 2 numbers with the same base, you subtract the exponent of the divisor from the exponent of the dividend. Example, for the expression 5 to the 6th power, divide by 5 to the 2nd power. We've got the common base of 5. Therefore, based on the quotient rule, we can subtract the exponents. Listen carefully. 5 to the 6th power divided by 5 to the 2nd power translates to 5 to the 4th power. How did we get that? We subtracted the exponent 6 from 2 to get 4. Sound familiar? Rule number 3, the power rule. This rule states that when you raise a power to another power, you multiply the exponents. Example, for the expression parentheses 3 to the 2nd power, parentheses, then the whole expression to the 4th power, stay with me now. Listen carefully. You've got the expression parentheses 3 to the 2nd power, parentheses. Then the whole group is raised to the 4th power. Remember, the rule states that when you raise a power to another power, you multiply. Therefore, we will keep the base of 3, then multiply the exponent 2 with the exponent 4, which equals 3 to the 8th power. There you have it. Rule number 4. Zero exponent rule. Zero exponent? The zero exponent rule states that any non-zero number raised to the power of 0 equals 1. For example, 7 to the 0 equals 1. 5 raised to the 0 equals 1. Pop quiz, what is 2,345 raised to the power of 0? You got it. It's 1. You're really knocking this out of the park. Let's keep up the momentum. Rule number 5, the negative exponent rule. The negative exponent rule states that any non-zero number raised to the negative exponent is equal to the reciprocal of that number raised to the positive exponent. What? Let's see an example. For the expression 2 to the negative third power, we will take the reciprocal, meaning this: any base number to the negative exponent equals 1 over the base with a positive exponent. When you write this correctly, it's going to look like a fraction. Therefore, 2 to the power of the negative exponent 3 equals 1 over 2 to the positive exponent 3, or better stated, 1 over 2 to the third power. There you have it. Let's review. The law of exponents provides a set of rules that make working with exponents more manageable. Today we reviewed 5 rules or laws, same thing. Rule number 1, the product rule. Rule number 2, the quotient rule. Number 3, the power rule. Number 4, zero exponent rule. I love that one. And number 5, the negative exponent rule. Think reciprocal. Being able to understand exponents and apply the laws of exponents will help you ace the mathematics portion of the general knowledge test. For more practice with math strategies, visit FTCEseminar.com to study for the test. The important thing is to start studying and start studying today so you can pass the teacher certification exam. Well, what are you waiting for? Check us out on YouTube at FTCE Seminar and start studying today. This podcast was recorded at the Pickens Multimedia Studio at the University of West Florida. This podcast is listener supported. Contributions can be made via the listener support link on Spotify, or you can buy me a coffee at FTCE Seminar. This is your host, Mercedes Musto. Join me again on FTCE Seminar, a teacher certification podcast, so you can pass the FTCE.